This is the Voice of America, Washington, D.C., signing on.
C'était RFI, une émission de VOA Afrique. This is VOA News via remote. I'm Liz Palka. Russia accused the West of whipping up tensions over Ukraine on Monday. It said the U.S. had brought, quote, pure Nazis to power in Kiev as the UN Security Council held a stormy and aggressive debate on Moscow's troop buildup near its southern neighbor. U.S. Ambassador Linda Thomas-Greenfield shot back that Russia's growing military force of more than 100,000 troops along Ukraine's borders was the largest mobilization in Europe in decades. The harsh exchanges in the Security Council came as Moscow lost an attempt to block the meeting in the face of a gulf between the two nuclear powers. It was the first open session where all protagonists in the Ukraine crisis spoke publicly, even though the UN's most powerful body took no action. U.S. President Joe Biden and Qatar's Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani met at the White House on Monday. At the forefront of their talks were discussions about Qatar supplying natural gas to Europe in the event of a Russian attack on Ukraine. The U.S. president described Qatar as a major non-NATO ally and the emir as a good friend and reliable partner. Just ahead of the meeting, President Biden told Sheikh Tamim, "We're committed to your nation and our friendship." Sheikh Tamim said he planned to discuss equal rights for Palestinians with President Biden and ways to pursue Middle East peace. North Korea confirmed Monday it test-launched an intermediate-range ballistic missile capable of reaching the U.S. territory of Guam, the North's most significant weapon launch in years, as Washington plans to respond to demonstrate it's committed to its allied security in the region. This is VOA News. President Biden met with the nation's governors on Monday at the White House during the National Governors Association meetings. In remarks, the state of Arkansas's governor, Asa Hutchinson, who chairs the National Governors Association, told President Biden that governors know how to build roads and bridges. He also went on to comment on U.S. border security, always a hot topic among governors from southern states. The First Lady and Second Gentleman, Vice President Kamala Harris's husband, also addressed the governor's spouses. Exactly 1 week after Burkina Faso's president was overthrown in a military coup, the African Union has suspended the West African nation. The AU's Political Affairs, Peace and Security Department announced on Twitter Monday that it had voted to suspend the participation of Burkina Faso in all AU activities until the effective restoration of constitutional order in the country. The announcement came as a delegation from the Regional Economic Community of West African States, also known as ECOWAS, was traveling to Burkina Faso's capital to meet with the junta leader, Lieutenant Colonel Paul-Henri Bemiba, just days after ECOWAS suspended Burkina Faso from its activities. Police in Western Germany report 2 officers were shot and killed Monday during a pre-dawn traffic stop. The spokesman said officers were dispatched to the scene in the west central Kusol district, where they found the officers, a 24-year-old female and 29-year-old male, had been shot. One of the officers was still alive when the second team arrived, but died shortly thereafter at the scene. The police spokesman said they believe more than one suspect was involved in the shooting, but could not say how many. He said police had no description of the suspects or their car. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau tested positive for COVID-19 on Monday, but he said he was feeling fine and would continue to work remotely while following public health guidelines. The Prime Minister told the Canadian press he went into isolation last week after one of his children tested positive. At the time, a rapid test for him came back negative. U.S. health regulators have given full approval to Moderna's COVID-19 vaccine on Monday. This after reviewing additional data on its safety and effectiveness. The decision by the Food and Drug Administration comes after many tens of millions of Americans have already received the shot under its original emergency authorization. Via remote, I'm Liz Palka, VOA News.
Welcome to the Soul Lounge. The Soul Lounge is now open. And here's your host, the Lady DJ.
In 1982, 5 young men from the Orchardberry Projects and Roxbury, Boston, won first place and $500 at a local talent show. Little did they know, this would be the beginning of a decades-long career as one of the most beloved boy bands in R&B and pop history. This is the Lady DJ. Welcome to the Soul Lounge, new edition. Bobby Brown, Michael Bivins, and Ricky Bell began performing together while they were in elementary school. The young men used their voices to make a little bit of pocket money here and there. And a couple of years later, they hooked up with a couple of other neighborhood kids, Ralph Tresvant and Ronnie DeVoe, both of whom could sing and dance. So they put an act together and set their sights on the $500 award at the local talent show. Not only did the boys win, but they also caught the eye of a singer and producer named Maurice Starr, who was so impressed with them that he took the group right into the studio to record what would be New Edition's debut album. The album earned New Edition 4 hit songs, including the title track, Candy Girl, which went to #1 on the American R&B and UK singles chart.
My girl likes it, a candy cane.